Okay, so we're back, and today we've got something that I think a lot of you have been waiting for. Not a lot of you, a couple of you I know have been waiting for, and really rooting for a long time. And so I know you few of you will be glad for that one. But today's the day I removed my SAFC. I rigged the car back together. I had already sold my blow-off valve because I was gonna get a new one. But now that's kind of screwed me for test driving purposes because this thing is just not even drivable without a blow-off valve to recirc. So I borrowed one from one of my buddies here and I also got rid of some of my intercooler piping I had. So I just ghetto rigged this piece of exhaust pipe in here and threw this little recirculation valve in here. And it's really ghetto, but hey, it works just for my testing purposes. It'll get me by for a little while I just want to have some fun. But yeah, so I took it for a good spirited drive. You know, went out for a good half hour or so driving around, and it drives pretty good with the SR20 ECU in it and the tune and whatnot, but I'm still using the SAFC. At least on this tune it's not perfect, so I have it still fine-tuned and turned up with the SAFC, and I feel like there's a lag time in the SAFC, but like for when it like switches over to really bump the injectors up. And I don't like feeling that lag time. Like you'll go to punch it full throttle and it will kind of like not do anything for a second there, and then it'll kick in and kind of take off. And I really feel like that's the SAFC kind of computing and calculating and interrupting everything and sending signals back and whatever. So I'm going to pull it out and just do all my tuning from now on with my modes. But let's go over some stuff real quick, because I did do some work off camera the other day that I'm pretty happy with. So first off, some of you may have known, it's not really in view in a lot of places, but I, for the longest time since I basically turboed the car, have had my battery right there where that jug is, and it's really annoying. Anytime I have to have a passenger, I gotta worry about them, you know, potentially catching the battery cable or just something like that. So you can't really see it, but the battery is now behind the seat. And another thing I went ahead and did, which you're also not going to be able to see, so I'm going to have to grab a flashlight. So the other thing I went ahead and did the other day, normally your ECU is down there. Well, since I'm going to be tuning and stuff, I went ahead and put it up there so that it's really easily accessible for when I want to get my board in and out and change my tune. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off and drop the ECU down so that it's easy for me to get all the wires out for the SAFC. Alright, it finally happened. There she is. Look at her, so sad. No life. This has probably been in so many cool cars, but I've surpassed its use. So, here we are. I got all the wires just tucked back up, and yeah, so it's good to go. I can go ahead and throw the cover back on, like the glove box cover, and I gotta mess with the tune now so that this thing runs. But yeah, No more SAFC. Okay, well, I sort of failed on the initial goal of this video. I wasn't able to get the car to run right with the SAFC out of the car. It has something to do with the math I'm trying to use, and scientific stuff doesn't work. So I went ahead and just for the time being, until I can grab another math, because I'm not sure when I'll be able to find one, I just threw the SAFC back in there just so I could keep messing around a little bit with the tuning and whatnot. So since that was a little bit of a fail, I decided to endeavor in other areas, and I actually did get something pretty important figured out. I finally got my console cable to connect to my ECU so that I can data log and, you know, monitor all my stuff, see what everything's doing. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I guess that's kind of going to really do it. I guess I didn't really film too much. It was basically just a lot of me kind of sitting there fiddling with wires. But like I said, I got the car to run normal again. Had to put the SC back in. But I'll go ahead and go take it for a little spin. I got to get gas. So I'm going to go to the gas station and just throw a few more clips of this thing driving in here. I haven't had this thing driving on the channel since like the beginning of the summer, so it just feels good to kind of get behind the wheel again. It's not running right still. It's still blowing smoke like a train, and like I can tell it's kind of down on power from where it used to be, but it still feels pretty good for the most part. So yeah, so that's gonna do it for this one. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new to the channel, and stay tuned for the next video, and also keep watching for the clips of me driving the car around. Alright, so not sure how well you're going to be able to see this, but in the car now, about to open up Nistune here, and go for a little spin. Alright, there we go. Got our console connected. There's all our list of gauges. Now, here's the tricky part. I gotta find a way to make all this stuff stay still here. Try and shove a little shirt down there. Maybe it won't fall back as hard. Yeah, right. And alright, turn the fuel pump on. Whoa, it's in gear. I don't normally leave it in gear, I don't do that very often. There we are. Hope that's all still in frame. And let's go. I'm going to do a little second to third gear pull from 40 miles an hour. Alright, hopefully that came through. So at this point, I'm just going to kind of cross my fingers and hope I make it to the gas station. last pull. One last launch and then I'm gonna bring her home. Intercooler pipe came off. Ooh, it's glowing.